is Margaret in Windsor. I've put on here where I was kidnapped from Buckingham Palace and 41, brought to Moulton, Alabama. Found out about my kidnapping, my real name, in 83, late 83, after a political campaign. So I'm going to make this short because I'm living in hell. I'm almost 76 years old. I've never known anything else. I wrote about mind control murders and national security involved. Is what the letter from the U.S. Attorney said, June the 23rd of 79. The book was on medical malpractice and mind control. Larry Flint was shot in Lawrenceville, Georgia, March the 6th of 78 while I was doing the book. And later, I'm leaving out all the horrible things that happened. I was flown out to Flint's home twice in October of 83 in a political campaign. And it was a little later I started finding out about my real name in kidnapping. What I want to say here is I wrote about the mind control murders. Larry McDonald, congressman, doctor, get into a whole list of the agencies doing it, and I didn't have any background in mind control or anything. Mine came from the jobs I was on and finding out, researching and trying to save my life and my son's, and then finding out the real reason it was all happening was because of my kidnapping. And the Illuminati, Freemasons, and some of my relatives in England helped with it. What I wanted to say here, without going any further, I've just put up there about the Ferguson, Missouri. This was mentioned to me on July the 18th, 1921st. It's 3 days, out at North Creek Campground. So they knew that this was going to happen back then. And I'm going to go ahead again and mention the Wilson, as in Wilson Creek Shelter. This is the ludicrous that the FBI that I've told about on prior tapes said they've made it so ludicrous, the FBI, that people know you tell the truth. It gives them the chance to help you or walk, and they walked away. So anyway, also the Ferguson is the Wilson, is the same name as the Judge Wilson at federal court here, Poff. And by the way, Larry Flint was hauled in down there by Jerry Falwell in the parody suit, civil rights or whatever. I mean, I don't have any, so I'm thinking about it's the connection to names and times and everything. But I'm going to say here that if anyone had gotten together and marched, they had all options open, and they didn't. They just wanted the messenger, me, dead. And I wish you could see what's going on where I'm living now and what they're doing, and see what kind of people you got in this country. So I wanted to mention this, and this is it, because I can't go into the Ferguson and all that. I've tried to on videos before about mind control murders and patterns. John Lennon was a good soul that was like me. He believed that the world could just live happily and good, and if everybody would just, well, you see what happened to him, too. He got shot, and he was trying to tell everybody, the FBI, and et cetera, except I was working for the district attorney in Huntsville, by the way, when he was shot. And Jesse Ventura was the mayor, wrestler, but not mayor, he was the governor of Minnesota. He tried to tell about some of the stuff on mind control and what the government's into. And the last I heard, he was having to live in Mexico. He was on Truth TV or Court TV for a while, and, people don't want to hear it. They just don't. They want to go on living comfortable as long as that'll play out and pretending they're the good guy. Now I want to mention me. I mean, it's really what they've done to me is so sick. If they ever tell it, well, they should get what they've dished out here. Julian Assange, he told the truth. It's not because of the British. The British and Germans were the last hope of anything against the Illuminati, Freemasons in this country. So he's anyway. It's not the people that are against him. I'm certainly not, and I know they're not. Edward Snowden. He's somewhere in Russia. His crime was telling the truth, and he just touched the tip of the iceberg on all of it. When you can go out and use mind control, and you can program at this date and time, program an army at the drop of the hat, then that's what you let it happen. And God knows the people are killing me with the stuff here. They're from India. Their friends are Goodlat, and I probably shouldn't say it anymore, but Goodlat I thought was one of the good guys. And John Edwards, he's the state senator from Virginia, and Goodlat's over the intelligence and Homeland Security now. He's local here. They both know about my kidnapping, the mind control, and all that. And they went a write-up about the people from India, the Shahs and Patels, and where I'm living, because I live where they want me to live, and I have done to me what they want done to me. And that's I'm allergic to chemicals, and my immune system attacks itself. And at this point, I'm not even going to try to put it up here, what's happened here. It's the Patels and Shahs, their relatives. And they're out, well, I'm going to quit on it. I've told it, and I don't know if I'll live. I'm going to have to leave here Friday if I can make it till then. You would see grown men and women beating up on a lady, me, that can't get around anymore because the law doesn't work for me. I can't get an attorney. You know, they're saying that in Ferguson, Missouri, that Wilson, they didn't put him on trial, but they're going to go after him on civil rights and all this, and they're going to get an attorney, and you can go to Eric Holder and way up that high to the president. I wish they would tell what they've done to me and my children and my country, my parents. It is so hideous that